On the playing surface for OU, Tyler Stewart back deep for the Owls. The SEC versus the American. We are underway. And 8 yards deep into the end zone. On the road, some 1,400 miles from Norman. Handoff along the left side and stacked up. No real estate for Jay Ducker, the transfer. Held a clipboard a year ago in Norman in the first matchup between these two. Had his tight end in the seam, right? Sooners showing pressure. They'll drop out of it. Simon Flush into the flats. Well short of the line to gain and quickly corralled.
Nearly unstoppable so far. And John Mateer is a player, if you play defense, you don't even like him because he's going to run.
Javonte Barnes motions out. Empty backfield for OU on first down. Off the tunnel, Deion Burks racing ahead. The Purdue transfer. Burns in the backfield this time. Pump fake, sidearm delivery. Pass is caught. Keontez Lewis. The ball is snapped before just about anybody can get set, including the broadcasting team. Mateer, flush, sheds off one potential tackler. Down the field, first down. And with Auburn coming to town and former OU quarterback Jackson Arnold next weekend.
Dialed in, he said, we have to be the most excited team to be here.
Inside give, Javonte Barnes. And on second and short, spent about 45 minutes with Brent Venables this week, virtual. There's Deion Burks. Gonna be tackled in the backfield. The TFL, Curly Adonias. Mateer with time, flings it, incomplete. A little bit of contact across the middle. Temple defense trying to rise up. First possession of the game for OU. Mateer sensing pressure. Kanak has it. Kanak's got a first down. Javonte Barnes in the backfield from just inside the 10. He'll get the call right through the A-gap, twisting and turning down to the 3. Coaches would tell you these 2025 versions are much better than their 2024 counterparts. Right up the middle. There goes Barnes into the end zone. First touchdown of the season for Javonte.
Dominate early in this one.
And they'll show Kanak out of the shotgun. What appears to be a two-point try. Over the right side, now the jump pass, and it's caught! A punter with the two-point conversion, and it's 8-0 OU.
And he has a sense of peace and calm around him.
Along the left side, Colin Chase gets a touch.
Joy of victory.
Speaking of Sam Houston, Jay Ducker, the transfer.
Still stick with the running game because you believe in your offensive line and your running back, Jay Ducker.
Big play for the Owls. 3rd and 1. And they get the surge up front. The answer is no. Numeral 0, David Stone.
To defeat a blocker. There was a nine-man box. He simply just throws away the center.
Off the side of the foot and a wobbler. Spins nearly out of bounds. Fielded cleanly. Satania. Mateer back to work. Second possession for the Sooners. Zion Kearney will pick up the first down. His first grab of this season. 8 catches a year ago for the sophomore quarterback. And that mentality resonates on the field when you see him for the first time.
He's a leader. When he transferred to this team, there's stories about him kind of wanting to be in the back and let the guys, do their thing. And they said, no, dude, you are our quarterback. Lead us. And that's what he's done from the beginning. Probably so.
Checks out. Incomplete. The fast. 3rd down and 8 for Mateer. Surveys. Flush. This is where he gets the job done. Kanak has the first down.
All the coach's fault, but still the confidence was injured.
Pop pass to Burks. Try to get to the edge.
And in this high red zone area, he wants to put his full. I see what you did there.
2nd down. Mateer survives for a moment, then is brought down behind the 30.
Remember we said earlier, if you're going to try to tackle John Mateer, make sure to bring a +1, bring a friend. Curly Ordonez, he misses, but then finally.
OU has been lethal on 3rd down so far. Handoff to Barnes, stacked up and driven backwards. Sandell missed from 42 a week ago in the win against Michigan. From 52 this week. Owls have run 6 plays for 7 total yards. Worthy on the field for the first time.
It's a problem with going to pass on first down and the incompletion is that you have to get some kind of positive yardage on second down. If you're 3rd and 10, you have no chance. So this may be a run to get a few yards on second.
Simon, similar play. Halloween across the 30. And this is the situation where Venables likes to bring pressure. Here they come off the edge. Simon, the timing route was there, and a first down for Temple. Transfer. He was a part of this program a year ago. Decided to stay when K.C. Keeler came on board. A little bit of cushion for Halloween. Passing look on 3rd down. There's the pressure, and down goes Simon. Reggie Powers the 3rd. Couldn't find a way to extend the possession when it was 2nd and 1. End over end. The foot of Atten. It's plenty of depth and can go 2 to 3 deep in a lot of positions. They use that to their advantage today, breaking multiple tackles for the Sooners.
You see them hurrying up to the line of scrimmage again. It's like it's 3rd and short. Oh no, they're saying it's a first down.
Move the chains quickly. Mateer, the keeper. Kanak in motion. Play action, sidearm toss.
So that's one thing to be alert of.
Inside handoff, Blaylock busting through the line of scrimmage into plus territory. He's one of the top running backs in the country coming into this season. Satania, full head of steam. Tripped up near the 26.
The deficiencies of the defense.
Using tempo. Floated towards the end zone and incomplete. West Coast. Combination, all of the above. Here with all afternoon to survey, a jump toss and a strike. First down, Oklahoma. The possession for the Sooners. Blaylock plants, cuts, and explodes into the end zone. Second touchdown of the season for the true freshman, whether it has been Barnes or Blaylock. Tate Sandell. Big possession for the Owls. Trying to get back in it. Inside its own 1-yard line. Stacked up and driven back.
See all the offensive linemen, forehands in the dirt.
Simon straight ahead. Ducker motions out. 3rd down and 9. The pass batted in the air. Nearly caught for the pick 6. It was in the air forever. Able to get a fingertip on it.
And Grayson in field goal range.
3rd 3 and out forced by this Oklahoma defense. And a full-length snap to Atten. And Satania from the 45 with a Jaron Kanak. Mateer back to the air. Flings it again. And incomplete, off target for Lewis, and the quarterback that he is. And he said, I challenge you to find more velo from a quarterback in college football.
Of an accurate passer.
OU 4 or 5 on 3rd down. Xavier Robinson on the field for the first time. And Mateer against the grain, buys some time. Retreats and now heaves incomplete. After a gain of 17, Blaylock to the edge. Blaylock to the end zone. In Philadelphia.
Yeah, no edge, no chance. Look at Sekou Kroma, number 0. He tries to spin inside the defensive end, but you have to set the edge. Any defensive end, if you're in a defense, you have to set the edge, do a better job of forcing the ball back inside.
Sooners with 3 rushing touchdowns to playing you. Simon back to the air. Cush a reception. 3rd time he's been targeted. Sooners showing pressure against the 4-man front. Here they come. Wide open path to the quarterback. 4th and 3. 5 total drives, 4 3 and outs. Isaiah Satania. Nobody has it better. Jim Harbaugh and his Chargers. Sooners need 9 here. Mateer heaves it. Incomplete. Batted away at the last minute by London Hall. Earlier today. But Grayson Miller handled the kicking chores here. Off the side of the foot. That'll key. Has reshaped and rebranded the identity in Atlanta. Very impressive after a gain of 5. Ducker with the reception. Now weaving his way through traffic. A spin move. Ducker! And the first big play of the afternoon for Temple on offense.
Yeah,
in this game. Simon in the seam. Pass is caught. And another big gain for the Owls.
Oh, but that's what needs to happen for this Temple offense.
After a gain of 19, Ducker corrals the high.
Business classes in high school, and he was always checking in with Simon on his recruitment and how he was doing on the football field.
We're finally taking chances if you're Temple. We're finally getting a little bit of pass protection. Looks like that ball hit the ground, so it's going to end up being incomplete.
We have a review. The ruling on the field.
Sooners showing pressure. It's a spot Brent Venables loves to bring the blitz. Here it comes. There it goes! Big game next week when Auburn comes to town. Mateer back on the field here through traffic. And a hard hit. It was ripped away.
Checking out, making sure their teammate is okay. I don't want to speak too lightly of it, but you don't always see this fake that I've seen John Mateer make. You know, leading your receiver into a zone coverage, Ty Davis reading the quarterback's eyes, and see the incidental contact by Davis. That's like likely scenario. Take a shot now.
They'll fake the pop pass or the handoff, lofted front pylon. It was caught, but it was out of bounds. Heavy pressure. Dominic Williams. 2nd and 10, a little trickeration. They want to throw it. Buying a little bit of time. Giovanni McCoy. And Evan Simon. Pay it off. He'll keep it. No room to run, corralled quickly. And Harden's able to sneak it through. Boise State and Miami. Very well positioned to reach the college football playoff. Burks in motion, 2nd and 10. Mateer to the edge. Mateer with a first down. The end of our second quarter. Sooners with all 3 timeouts remaining. Handoff. Blaylock pushes the pile ahead for a first down. 60 yards in the half. Trying to add to that tally, and he will. Blaylock into the flats. Off the screen, Satania has a little can't miss in him, and another first down. Facing adversity. Devontae Barnes on the field again. A pistol look. He'll try to roll out Mateer. He'll get rid of it as he was tumbling down. And Ty Davis.
And not enough people showed up to the voluntary workout, and John Mateer, the guy.
Less than 40 seconds to go. Quarterback draw. Mateer tries to get to the perimeter, and he cannot. Bumped out hard. Nate Sandell is already in 1 long field goal today after a miss last for Oklahoma. On 3rd down, quarterback keeper, and Mateer is spun down backwards. Cameron Stewart, first time we've called his name today. 2nd down and 11 after the TFL. Williams will get in the backfield that time. Simon under pressure in this moment for most of the afternoon. 3-man pressure off the twist. Simon sails it out of bounds and gets rid of it. Satania going to be tackled quickly and driven down. Philadelphia. Even the Phillies finding ways to come back and win games as they've done. The Link, great sports town. Mateer all afternoon is surveyed, incomplete. 3rd and 10, pressure, backside, Mateer escapes. Long ways to go. He absorbs the contact, stops short of the line to opener. Just the 3rd overall meeting between these two. The series was penciled in with the contract back in 2016.
It's the culture. That's what you get built, not just in year 1 or year 2, but 3 and 4.
25-point lead. SEC versus the American. And Worthy trying to go back against the grain. Jackson Arnold, former Oklahoma quarterback, coming back to Norman. Needing a change of pace after last season. Behind the line of scrimmage. Dump it off. racing out of bounds is Bermudez. Just a 5-yard gain.
Jalen Hurts Super Bowl.
Around the right edge. Satania still on his feet. Brought down inside the 40.
Of this Temple defense.
Mateer off the back foot, rifles a shot down the field. Sooners in control, looking for more. Mateer, Kanak, first down and goal. Jaren Kanak, one of the big personalities on the Sooners roster. The turnover, the interception tossed by Mateer. And can the offense now regain its rhythm? Into the flats. To the edge, and across the goal line for the touchdown, Xavier Robinson. First score of the season for the sophomore. And the Sooners on the board and rolling once again in Philadelphia.
Love the play by Mateer. He's fading away. He knows that Robinson has an edge on the defense, and Robinson just catches the ball and doesn't try to cut back and use his power or strength. No, just run to open grass, stretch.
Tate Sandell. And through. Third with the Tigers in the ACC, and of course a national championship at OU as well under Bob Stoops. Simon's going to keep it and go nowhere. He'll lose a yard. Nail biter. Samacho Roy Philpott, Maryland Payne back in Philadelphia. An explosive run again for Blaylock. Leading by 32. Mateer with a keeper. There goes John Mateer to the end zone and the house call.
You're going to see a great block by number 71, Logan Howland, who's filling in for the true freshman, Michael Fasusi.
5:04 remaining in our third quarter. Oklahoma defense that's yielded just 71 yards today. Offensively, nearly 450 with Mateer
For the Sooners.
Atten off the side of the foot on a 45-degree angle straight out of bounds. But in 2025, you can still play in as many as 4 games and protect that red shirt. And Hawkins of the dual threat variety as well to redshirt him and protect this year of eligibility. Hawkins straight ahead, first down and more. Still on his feet. Sooners leading at 42-3. Oklahoma has not trailed, and the score tells the full story. What we've seen from Mateer, Maryland, in the locker room. So valuable. The chemistry
will help elevate everyone else around him.
Third and 10. Hawkins. The backside pressure, and he'll be flung down to the 35. Chroma. And a chance from 52. On the way and hooking wide. It's one of those games that Tulane has had circled on the calendar after Mensa left via the portal. Evan Simon
was dominant. They were more physically imposing, and they've got a big matchup today versus Miami against a Miami team that is.
Second and 12, Simon. Colin Chase. I thought you were going to go down the OU Texas route, which maybe at some point we'll get to. Bermudez came back for it. Should have enough to pick up the first down.
This team is building confidence. They're steadily rolling as you're seeing them dominate on the football field as we speak.
Wyatt Gilmore forced the fumble off the sack.
Played against each other in high school. Now they're doing it in college.
Hawkins steps up, eludes the pressure, tripped up short of the 10. October 11th. Got an open date sandwich in at the end of September, a little bit of a respite. Joe Bermudez steps out short of the full for loss. And his Sooners defense showing pressure again. Brent Venables has not taken his foot off the gas. And McCoy, a dangerous toss. It flows a little easier. Now for you, you went to Texas. You tell me, why is it so?
I've only ever called it Texas OU. It's always, I grew up in Dallas.
Came down to OU and Georgia. And at that point in time, he leaned in the direction of Brent Venables' club, obviously.
Number one, you're going to need multiple running backs, but also You never know. It might take one big run, and all of a sudden that confidence comes back for Jaydn Ott. And
Hawkins will shoot one deep. Man-to-man coverage. A little hand fighting there
by Michael Hawkins.
Got Iowa State on the road. Top 15 Cyclones at Arkansas State when we are
being the favorite. Now it hasn't gone that way so far.
Robinson steamrolls his way down to the 36.
Or overcoming some kind of injury, but he just is tough.
42-3, Oklahoma in command and control as it's been all game long. Michael Hawkins should be the final snap of the ball game. Robinson try to get down, and he does. Ball plays on defense. He's got a quarterback. He's got an offense, and he's got a ball team that's going to do some damage this season.
Play down to your competition, you fall to the level of your systems, and the system is running effectively.